a geographical location. One of your favorite places in the world? You've been to, nearby, very far away. Doesn't matter.
Betty's Ocean View Diner.
Ocean View Diner. What else we got?
Kauai.
Kauai.
El Cerrito.
So I'm going to share with you, I too recently went to Kauai. I'm going to share with you some photos that I nabbed my recent trip. You'll see them up around here on the slideshow that I'll be presenting to you, and I'll explain the highlights of the trip that I got. So while my first picture warms up, I just want to let you know that the Kauai is such an underrated place, and I really wanted to capture the most of it. So in the picture you see behind me, so the first thing that me and my college buddies, we went to Kauai, and the first thing that we did was we signed up for a wild boar hunt. And here is me. I'm very, very nervous about getting the boar. It's right there in front of me. It's very exciting, but I'm a little nervous. Steve was way ahead of the game. He was already eating his. And it was killed, it was cleaned, it was cut, it was cooked, and he's eating it with a fork and knife. And then our friend Larry was way behind the game. He was stuck on stretching before he had to start running around the pigs. But all in all, it was a great part of the photo. Click. So the next part was so exciting. It might have been maybe my favorite part of our trip. There's a trail that you take that goes to an old, like a monastery at the top of a hill, and there's these ancient monks that pray for the good weather that is always in Kauai. And so I wasn't sure. They're very catatonic. I wasn't sure if he was okay or not. So I found a large stick and I was just making sure that he was okay. Turns out he was fine. The weather was great. And Larry was unconvinced that I shouldn't have been touching him at all, so he was at the ready at the door to leave. Click. The next photo, things went a little bit weird. So while in Hawaii, we got that alert on our phones that there was a missile coming. It was very worrisome. And so we were just getting ready by whatever means we thought. Turns out I had packed my rifle in my bag. So I was at the ready just to make sure if I needed to fend off anybody, foreign or abroad or anything like that. And Larry had packed his luggage and was ready to get out. He was not having any of this these emergency warnings that were going off. And our friend didn't bring any weapons at all, so was just going to try to kung fu anybody that was going to come through the door. Turned out it was a false alarm, so it was a big relief. And the last photo I have, click, was us at the finale of our trip. The last thing that we did together before we got on the plane is we actually landed airplanes. The airplane was short. They were short employees. So they actually took the tourists and got them on the tarmac, and we were waving in planes. And if you do it for long enough, you get a free flight home. So it's really worth all of it. Thank you so much for coming to my slideshow. I hope you had a great time. Click!